What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna be going over a little psychology lesson, right? I had one of the viewers, I don't know exactly who it is, but someone in the comments asked me how to deal with doubt, like uncertainty. Like I forgot exactly what they said, but I believe it was on the lines of they were afraid to get inside of a trade or something like that. Like they seen a trade, they seen the setup, but they were scared to actually get into it, like the lack of confidence and stuff like that. So basically they were doubting themselves, they were doubting the setup and stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna go over like this little psychology chart thing right here, right? And this is like the most like basic thing you can also look at, because a lot of people know this, right? A lot of people like know like these type of emotions happen, but they don't actually take the time to focus and see why they happen and stuff like that, and actually relate it to the market, right? So when you're looking at this, right, let's say you view this little line right here as a chart, right? As the chart is going up, people are going to want to buy it, right? I'm gonna use Bitcoin as a great example, because Bitcoin represents like all of this type of stuff that you can actually see how people are interacting with Bitcoin in the market, right? So as Bitcoin is going up and everybody sees Bitcoin is going up, and then it's all over social media and stuff like that, guess what people's gonna do? Buy, right? They're happy, they want to buy it, they see everybody else buying it, cool. Then Bitcoin go ahead and makes the top and then starts falling. Then everybody's like, oh no, Bitcoin's crashing, this is done, it's over. And then everybody gets scared, they panic, this. And then when Bitcoin goes to make a low, right, and I'm just using Bitcoin as an example, right, when Bitcoin goes to make a low, that's when people are going to start doubting themselves. I don't even know, should I enter no more, this, that, right? And then Bitcoin go back to the upside. Okay, so that was just a basic example. That's something that I wanted to give you guys so you could see like a real life example right there, because Bitcoin is the most obvious example of this, because you can see all this stuff on social media. As soon as Bitcoin drops a couple percentages, everybody goes crazy, right? So but guys, when it comes to doubt, guys, you can't doubt yourself, right? There's only one reason for doubt, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this quote right here, right? You can read this quote yourself, but it's about Kobe Bryant, right? Basically what it's saying is, if you haven't prepared yourself enough, if you haven't back tested enough, if you haven't trained your eyes enough to look at this stuff, that's when you're going to doubt yourself, right? Because you don't know if it's going to happen or not, right? That's the uncertainty. You haven't prepared yourself enough to know that you're willing to risk this amount of money in the market. And that's another thing we're going to talk about as well, because trading wise, it could come with risk management as well, right? We want to try to get around the whole fundamental thing about this one particular psychology lesson, right? About doubt, right? So with doubt is because you haven't prepared yourself enough. Okay, you haven't prepared yourself enough. You haven't looked at the market enough. You haven't trained your eyes. You have to train your eyes, right? Because once you see it, you see it multiple times, you're gonna be more confident the more you see it, right? If you look, guys, if someone said, I'm gonna give you guys another example, right? If you have a basketball, right, and someone said, if you make a 3-pointer, I'll give you $100,000, right? And then they said, also, if you make a layup, I'll give you $50,000. Which one do you think is going to be easiest? The layup, right? Because you're confident that you can make a layup, right? If you can't make a layup, come on, guys. You're confident you can make a layup, right? But with the 3-pointer, you're going to kind of doubt yourself. You're going to be uncertain about it, because you don't know if you're going to make that 3-pointer or not. But when it comes to someone like Stephen Curry, he's practiced that 3-pointer a whole bunch of times, so he's confident that he's gonna make that 3-pointer, right? He's more confident than not that most of the time he's gonna make it, so he's gonna go with that 3-pointer. When it comes to someone like us, we're not like all professional shooters and stuff like that, so we're gonna go with the layup. Okay, so that's the thing. That's like a example right there for you, right? You have to practice, you have to train yourself, right, when it comes with these markets. I don't want to take a buy here, right? I don't want to just take a random buy right here, because I don't know what's going to happen, right? And that's true. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay, that's the thing with the markets. You don't know what's going to happen. You're trading on the probability that you're going to be right. Okay, you don't know exactly that the market is going to do this. You don't know exactly that the market is going to go up, down, or wherever the market is going to go, but you're trading on that probability, and that's why we trade smart money and Wyckoff, guys. Why you guys need to get inside the Discord and start learning this stuff, guys, because that gives you more percentage of winning. Okay, because when you see these concepts and you see these things, the probability of you winning the certain trades go up because you're looking at certain areas that you know that the institutions has got into. Okay, so when it comes to doubt, it's because you haven't trained yourself enough, you haven't practiced your strategy enough, you don't actually know what's going to happen. Okay, and that's certain in the markets. But when it comes to things like that, guys, you just have to take the trade, right? If you lose, you lose. So what? Like, so what? If your risk management is good enough, you'll be all right. Don't worry about that, right? When you start doubting yourself and stuff like that, when it comes to those emotions, don't let those emotions get to you, guys. If you see a clear setup, right, that you know that works, and you see and you feel some type of doubt, take the setup anyways, right? If you lose, then you lose. If you win, then that's gonna build your confidence to, like, when that doubt comes back and you're like, nah, I know this is gonna work, right? Even if you lose it, right, you know that most of the time this setup works. Even if you lose it and the setup doesn't work one period at a time, you know most of the time it works. Okay, so the next part I want to get into this is about risk management. I've talked to this a lot inside of the Discord, and it's about how much you risk. So doubt can come with losses and how much you're risking per loss. Okay, so let's say you have a $100,000 account, right? $100,000 account, and you risk 1%, okay, per trade. You risk 1% per trade, and let's say you lose 3 trades. That's $3,000 you lost. So that means you lost $1,000 per trade. Cool. Same account, right? Same account. Let's say now you risk 0.5%, right? And you lose the same amount of 3 trades, right? With this setup, with this risk management, with this risk thing, you're only losing 1,500. You see the difference? So when you have these type of things, or when you're risking your money like this, where are you going to be the most confident? Are you going to be the most confident of taking the 4th trade on this risk or that risk, right? Most likely than not, you're going to be more confident taking another trade or another couple of trades on risking 0.5% because you're not risking a lot. But when you're risking $1,000 per trade, you're going to, every single trade you take, you're going to know I'm losing $1,000, right? It's going to be more on you. It's going to be more heavy in your mind because you know you got to be careful with how much trades you take. But when it comes to 0.5%, you're losing half as much if you was risk 1%. So even if you want to risk 1%, guys, look, you can do this way, right? Even if you want to risk 1%, the best way to do it is after you lose a trade or so, you know, you lose 1 trade or 2 or 3 trades, go down to 0.5%. Start risking 0.5% on your next trade, right? So you don't lose as much and it's not as heavy on your mind. Even if you lose that trade, then go down to 0.25%, right? Until you get your groove back, until you get, you know, your confidence back of how you're feeling, until you start seeing stuff are working. Don't keep risking the same amount of money and losing money. Then that's where the doubt is going to come from. You don't know whether the next is going to go or not because you don't want to lose more money. Okay, so risk management plays a big part of it in your psychology as well. What you want to do is use money as a tool. Don't not let money get in your mind and, like, you know, persuade you on different things and how you look at different stuff, right? Because that's going to persuade your emotions. That's going to cause you to not trade right. Okay, because every time you lose, you're losing like $1,000. That's gonna mess up with your mind. Best thing you want to do is every time you lose 0.5%, right? Instead of saying I lost $500 because you're losing 500 every trade on a 0.5% risk, right? Instead of saying I lost $500, say you lost 0.5%, right? That just sounds better to the mind. Okay, I know it's something small, but it's the small things, guys. It's the small things like that, right? It's like going up to your friends and say, hey, guys, I lost like $500 today. They're going to be like, what? You lost $500? What you mean? Instead of saying I lost 0.5%. They don't know how much 0.5% risk is for you, right? So just, you know, just practice little stuff like that. Like, just don't focus on the money too much, okay? That's another thing that could help you guys out. Now, I hope this video helped you out, bro. You know who you are. Like, I hope this video helped you out, bro. Take the trade, dude. Bro, just take the trade. Okay, if you lose, you lose. It happens. You're going to lose. Like, bro, everyone takes losses, dog. Even if like all these YouTubers that you see here that's catching all these sniper setups and all this stuff, they don't post their losses. I lose. Everyone loses. You're going to lose in this market. You're not gonna win every single trade, bro. The thing is, you want to win more trades than you lose. So you want to have the probability of winning more than what you lose, right? Nobody's going to be perfect on this. Everyone's going to take losses. Everyone's going to go on a string of losses as well. So if you're losing, bro, don't think you're the only one losing. Everyone's losing, okay? The thing is, when somebody catches a winning trade, they hold their winning trades that makes them profit to cover all of those losses. So they make more than what they have lost. So it's like they never lost. That's where the profit comes in. That's where that profitability comes in, if you understand what I'm saying. But just don't worry about the losses. Use the losses as lessons, all right? Use those as lessons and backtest those losses and understand why you lost. Instead of just complaining about that you lost and worrying about it, go back and use it as an example and use it as a lesson, okay? So I hope I didn't ramble on too long, but I hope you get the point of this video, bro. I hope this helped you a lot. If you guys want to join the Discord, go on the link in the description, where I have other links in there too. And I'll see you guys in the next video.